All right. Welcome as we start our crazy Isekai insanity. As last time, our hapless adventurers decided that they wanted to figure out a way to pass some information and fully understand what is up with a competitor and maybe ally at times of theirs called the Rouletta family, and had them go in and um, knowing that a way to pass information was to place a bet with a note on bread 5 and that would be taken to the right place. Not wanting to alert someone of their intention to communicate, they made an elaborate hoax that convinced them they had magical fortune telling powers, specifically Livia, and though disguised. And the person believed them wholeheartedly and was convinced to bet every penny they had and their estates upon the red 5. And then, when the roulette table was rolled, both in game and on the simulator, it came up red 5, which won them a lot of money, but put them under a crazy amount of suspicion, especially them wanting to leave with their earnings, which, of course, first rule of the casino is to keep them betting. And they, as it seemed like they were going to get roughed up, and things were not going to go their way. Our heroes saw from the outside and decided there's a tinge of morality that might be stirring in their hearts to attempt to rectify the situation. So, with that, we will look at the problem. So, what you see here standing in the streets here, lit by oil lamps, is the roulette house stands 3 stories tall, is mostly made of brick. And up top there, the second floor has very thin windows that seem to have some type of reinforcement behind them. The first floor has no windows, and the third does not either, though there are balconies with doors upon the third floor. On the outside, there are 2 bouncers at the door who are looking outwardly, and then what look like 2 security on the inside, looking inwardly right at the door. And from what you can tell right now, there are 2 that are attempting to stop this individual from getting their chips and getting the money, gold and silver and such, and getting out or even towards the doors. So as they're kind of getting roughed up, what would you like to do?
And how close are we to the 2 outside guards?
I'd say you probably keep them at a 20-foot distance.
Okay. Does Livia still look like the fortune teller? How long has it been since the fortune telling happened?
I would assume so, because she doesn't have the ability to disguise herself. That's Cam's deal.
Right. I guess the question was there enough time between the fortune telling and now for Livia to have removed the disguise if she wanted?
You probably could if you wanted to.
I'm just curious for my own mind what Livia currently looks like. It's up to the 5.
Yeah. What would you like to do for there?
I sure still look like the fortune teller.
Nice.
Okay. Then we've met the slicers, right? We at least once. Or no, sorry, not the slicers. We took them out. The rowdy ones that are in charge of the protection racket.
Yeah.
I would like to well, assuming I can break line of sight with these guards in some way before we really approach, I would like to disguise or shape change myself into just one of the rowdy ones. Not important looking, but like just one of their fixers, maybe.
Makes sense. All right, so you try to. So yeah, makes sense. You become a big burlier gentleman.
And kind of look to Livia.
Okay, I am definitely making this up as I go. Are you gonna go with me to try and save this guy?
Of course. The idea is just to scare them off, right? So we can get the person to safe places.
Yeah. I don't want to start a fight, but like I said, I'm kind of making this up as I go.
And so I'm gonna kind of puff myself up and hunch over and try and make myself look as boxy and square as possible, and start kind of moving in a bit of a lurch towards these two guards. And once they've noticed me, I'll kind of turn back to Livy and go, "You said that it was this way, right?"
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Out of my way, I say to the two guards as I approach.
All right, and go. Oi, no! What are you doing?
Clients in there needs help. I'm going in. That's what I'm paid for.
The guy will look at you up and down real quick, going, "Sorry, chap. No personal security allowed in."
Oh no? You sure about that?
Yeah.
So you want to make this a whole thing? Because I can see him right there. And if he don't need personal security now, then he's free to go, right?
Now looks. Hey, it's going. Hey, going issue out here, and they kind of look. Look at the person trying to decide, and give me an intimidation check.
Okie dokie. All right. That's a 19.
19. So they go, "Hi," and then everyone looks at this fella, and you hear them talking on the inside. The two that are on him go, "Oh, all right. Looks like you brought some protection. Fair enough. Let's let you go with half of it. And we all call it an okay day." And goes, "And my debt's cleared?" "Fine. Your debt's cleared. And your half." "All right." And they kind of roll their eyes. You see them give us some money and go, "Now get out of here and don't you come back." Put them on the banned list. Can't believe you'd, especially for taking and bringing any type of security. You know it's not allowed. Kind of just sort of, not all of you go, right. And go, sorry. Not supposed to take charges that come into our place. You know that, right?
Yeah, but this one was special.
Listen to know next time. And with that, it's kind of they kind of throw him out, and
I like pick him up and dust him off. It's like, "You all right, mate?"
Good. Who are you?
And I'll just start like dragging him away as
Ah!
this talk. Just like put an arm around him and kind of just shuffle off as quick as we can.
Nice. Not easy enough. All right. Was that? Am I in trouble with somebody else? Can I go?
Not here, not here. And I'll try and drag him off the main street or where we are into more secluded place. And kind of once we're just a little ways away, I don't want to go like second location far. Like, it's like I don't want to cause him
Right,
too much concern.
Yeah, just enough to where it's like we're
yeah.
out of the
Out of the line of sight of the Roulette House. And it's all right. It's been paid for. You got it?
Yeah.
This time it's on the house. But next time you pay in full.
Okay.
And yeah, and then kind of taking a look to just I'm actually going I start to pretend to do it and then I'm like, wait, I should maybe actually do this. I'm going to see if we're being watched by anyone.
Give me a perception check.
Maybe try to follow us. That's 14.
Oh. 14. Looking around, you don't see anybody.
And I'll kind of look over to Olivia in disguise, and then back to this guy. He's like, and you should probably thank her proper, because she's the reason we're here, and the reason that you're not currently back there.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, sorry. Well, there's nothing to thank me for. I'm glad you won all that money. Just don't go back to gambling, okay?
Okay, no, I mean, everything's forgiven. I got a few people to pay off, and then we've got a good amount here to get things in order. I wouldn't. I mean, you showed me the will of fate itself. Thank you so much.
The will, of course. Yeah.
I don't remember. Did we find out where this guy is from? We just know that he's upper class, right?
Yeah, I mean, you were just looking for an easy mark. Like, you did do a lot of research on him.
Okay. I was like, right, now you should probably get home and try not to make a mess of the things anymore.
All right.
And I'll just kind of step away so that he can go off.
Sure, and he takes off rather excitedly. He's like, I want to... No, I probably shouldn't tell anybody, right? Let's just go quickly home.
And then away from prying eyes, I'll shift back to my normal self.
Okay, I think that was all right.
Yeah, I think that worked out okay.
Okay. All right. All right, so message hopefully delivered. And now they'll probably find a way to contact us if they're interested.
Yeah. So I think we can go back to the base and wait for their message if they're willing to. Yeah.
Yep. We also, in like a day or two, have a meeting with Baron Uthrak from the Slicers, I think.
Yeah, I remember we scheduled that.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Um, yes. And uh, oh, right.
Do we know how far away the test for the students is? Was it a week? Or
It was like 3 months. You had some time.
months. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
and I guess if we wanted to brainstorm on any other ideas for the students' next test, that can be an option.
Yeah. Should probably start building the site for the test. That's an idea.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think those were the main. The other idea was to actually hire the rowdy ones to protect our students. Now that we know that the queen is trying to find a way to kill them.
That's actually a good idea. So we need to go talk to the slicers, the rolettas, and the rowdy ones.
Yep.
And I will get out my book and I will write a quick note to Slice to deliver a message to the rowdy ones for a meeting on neutral ground to discuss business.
Okay. Sounds good. So you write a meeting. What's your letter say there?
Let's see. Parabellum has a business opportunity they would like to discuss. Please reply if interested.
Okay. And through that, they'll be willing to, make the meeting, get the reply back. Oh, I think it does say, yeah, no, it does. So, yep. As I go right. The usual place.
Okay.
So it's up to you how you'd want to set that up.
And when we talked to the slicers, they were specific about the meeting being in 3 days. Are the rowdy ones?
Yeah,
Same
same
way?
3-day there.
Okay.
Seems to be like the tradition, basically. Like you do this in 3 days.
Okay. So yeah, we got time before that.
Okay, Livia, did you have any ideas on where we should set up our next test for the students?
Probably in a place that they've never fought in before. They're pretty familiar with the arena already, so maybe if we could find some other place.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I think Felix was talking about taking them for a field trip into the forest, the preserve.
Wait, the preserve or the forest?
Let's say forest.
Okay.
It's like, dear diary, today we lost all of our students in the sacred preserve. They were eaten by owlbears.
Okay. Yeah. I guess in the meantime, we just need to make sure that Professor Ling is keeping an eye out on the students, even when they're not at school, until we can get actual bodyguards.
I'm sure he's keeping many eyes out for the students.
Yeah, you're probably right. Okay. I think that's everything on the immediate to-do list. I need a drink.
So back at the base, gonna go behind the bar and get out.
Livia, you want one?
I think I need one after that.
Okay.
And I'll pour 2 generous drinks and slide one across the bar.
Nice.
Oh, okay. I feel like this is like a calm before the storm moment. We've got a lot of irons in the fire.
I'm just scared something's going to go horribly wrong in the very near future.
Yeah. It's kind of this just eternal sense of dread and foreboding that has been kind of hanging over ever since we got here. Pretty much from day one. That's probably doing something to me psychologically that I'm just going to repress. How are you?
I feel pretty bad. I mean, I lied to an innocent person for selfish goals and put them in danger.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it's okay. It ended well anyways, so.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to walk this razor thin line of we have all these really bad things that we want to stop. But it really seems like the only way to get to where we're able to stop the really bad thing is to do small little minor bad things along the way.
It's a strange thing. I think once we cross that line, we don't really get forgiven. It's funny.
Oh, wait, where was the line? When did we cross that one?
Oh, I was talking about myself. Don't worry, I think we're doing good.
Oh, okay. But you have a definitive line that you already crossed in your mind?
More than my mind, I think. Well, but we're doing good things, so I'm sure that's okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's weird because I mean we have this goal of trying to make the kingdom better, right? Raising its status, which hopefully helps the people and not just the rich people. But
yeah,
that seems like a goal that we kind of stumbled into, or like Palin just threw us into. And I haven't really sat down and found out if I have like personal goals. Like, what am I really trying to do here?
do you want to get back home? Or do you want to help more people here? What is it that you want?
I mean, it's kind of... I don't know how it was for you back home. But for me, it was pretty mediocre. I didn't... I mean, it wasn't the worst thing ever, but it didn't feel like I had a lot going for me. I sold T-shirts that nobody wanted to buy at a vendor stall on the side of the street. And despite everything here being infinitely more terrifying and dread-inducing, I don't know if I would go back.
I think you're so good at talking to people and planning things. I think
that's the thing, is that I'm only good at that because I'm here. Like, when we got to pick what we were good at, I picked that. Back home, I was garbage at it. I couldn't sell a single shirt.
I guess that's the same way for me too. I really liked magic, but I could never learn a single spell. Like, I was so dumb back there. But that's... I guess that's the fun thing about being here, but here we have to do all these horrible things to get things right.
Yeah. And I know, like, we've been just charging ahead ever since we, like, stepped foot in this place. And so it's been a while since I, like, sat down and reflected. But now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of wonder, like, I mean, okay, so back home, there were heroes, right? There were groups of people that are generally considered to be heroes. But now I'm wondering, that they have to put up and do bad things to get things done like we're having to do? Or was there, like, a different way that they were?
I hope not, but the more I get into it, I feel like I don't know what to feel about that.
Yeah. Like, we only know what we were told, like the legendary part of it. Like, we got the highlights. I didn't think that before, but now I'm like, we don't know what actually happened.
I only know stories about heroes because my sister was a bard. She went traveling and she would come back and tell me stories about these great heroes, the evils they defeat, things like that.
Oh,
And I've always looked up to them.
that's cool. Yeah, traveling was the one thing I guess I don't know if this counts as leaving Amon. Probably, but I'd never left Amon prior to this. I'd lived in the city my whole life, and traveling was always something I thought, I'm gonna do that one day. But there was always a reason, like, I couldn't do it, right? It's like I didn't have enough money. I didn't have enough this. It's like it's cold. I can't travel, freeze to death on the road or whatever. But I always thought, like, if I were a bar, like, if I could, like, learn a trade or a craft, or, like, because there was no chance I was going to make any kind of living being a singer or a dancer or a storyteller or anything like that. But I was like, if I could learn a trade, a marketable trade, then I could take that show on the road. Hence the t-shirt selling that did not pan out so well. But I think it's really cool that your sister was a bard. And it's kind of why that was, like, the selection that I chose when I got here. Because I thought, well, I don't know what I thought. We were all kind of forced into it and into the situation pretty fast. But I thought, I want to pick something that gives me the means to travel. And so far, we've just been in this city. But I bet that someday, like, maybe if, like, Parabellum, like, if we improve the kingdom and we need to eventually, like, improve relations with other kingdoms, then Parabellum will travel, or the school, or something. One of our business ventures will have a need to travel.
Yeah, and then you will be a traveling bard.
And I'll be
That's
a
awesome.
bard. So, if you don't mind my asking,
Hmm?
why? Okay, did you pick necromancy?
Yes.
What drew your interest to that?
So I've always been taught that necromancy is evil, it's bad, it's
Right.
but is it really? Because people do evil things with good magic all the time too. So I
Yeah.
just wanted to see if I could do something good with necromancy. And then people will understand that necromancy is not bad.
Yeah. Well, what have you thought so far? Like, are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I think I've made a lot of friends, and they help me out.
Literally.
Yeah, and I got to know Lynn, who's a little morally ambiguous, but
Aren't we
he's
all?
he's a good teacher, and he
Yeah.
cares for the students and such. So I don't think necessarily he's a bad person either. And he's a necromancer. So
Yeah. What did you? Again, if you don't mind my asking, what did you do before? Like before here?
I was just a commoner for the longest time, and then something happened, and I decided that I wanted to get some training to be. Well, I eventually got into temple and started my training as a paladin, but I wasn't very good at that either. And I couldn't understand why people kept to a very strict set of tenets as paladins.
Yeah. Why can't you mix and match tenants?
Yeah, but they were very serious about their oaths and such. And yeah, I feel like I'm actually a little relieved to be here, because here nobody would point at me and say that I'm a bad paladin and things like that. So it's kind of good here too sometimes.
Oh wait, does this place? I mean, like, I haven't encountered it in this particular city, but do you think other cities have like full-on paladin temples with their own oaths and stuff?
Maybe. I mean, we've seen people work with spells here. Why not divine magic?
Yeah. Like, I kind of get focused, like hyper focused on all the stuff that we're dealing with, but I mean, there's political intrigue and all this stuff here. It's a full-on like world. And I don't understand most of it. Like, this is just one kingdom. We've been told that there are a whole bunch of others that are apparently much better. We got the tiny shitty kingdom, I guess. But I mean, do they have their own deities here, or are they same as back home? Or there's a lot of stuff I do not know about this place, and I don't find it out until the voice in our brains just yells at the administrator, the thing. Which is that Palin, or is it? I don't know. I don't want to think about it. But yeah, okay. I ramble. Sorry, but all of that was to get to if we're doing something and we're getting too far into the weeds and you're like, no, this is definitely, we should not do this. Definitely like speak up and be like, I don't want to cross that line today. Thank you.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, and feel free to if just let me know if in general you're not okay, or if there's something I can do to help. I don't know how, but I'll try.
Thanks.
I'm trying to figure out how to create just a 5-foot cube of chocolate. Like, I think that might help certain occasions.
5-foot cube of chocolate.
Yeah.
Can't you just do that with your bard abilities?
I mean, I haven't tried, and I don't think I can do it today because I already made the fortune telling cart. But it's definitely something I want to try in the future. The only problem is that I think it only lasts for 3 hours, and I don't know what happens to the stuff you eat. It could be problematic.
Maybe we should try that before we show the cube of chocolate to our students.
Yeah. It's like once you've ingested something and the parts of it are now just like traveling through you, like I don't really know how food works, but if all of that just like disappears at the end of 3 hours, I don't know what that does to your body composition. It could be bad.
I don't want to think about that image.
Magic can be terrifying. I learned that. I mean, I really do think that one mystery old woman from the Myriad almost just leveled the entire place we were meeting at. That was a lot of condensed heat in one place.
I wonder where they came from.
Right. Which kingdom did they come from? And is that just like a small group of a much larger operation? We were super punching above our weight class there. But I think so far it's working out.
So far it's been great. It's working out.
And I refill my glass. And I'll refill Livia's too if she wants.
Livia is totally drunk and talking to a skull at this point, and she's acting both roles.
Is it the bronze dwarf skull that screams when you look at it?
Could be that one.
Horatio, shut up.
You know, we have like a little bit of okay.
And I'll pull out a note that says, if I wrote it down somewhere. I think it says it's yours if you can reach it, and it came with 2 bottles of water breathing.
We never found out what these do, or what they're for, or what it is we get to keep if we can reach it.
We don't even know where to look.
Well, so far, our best guess is the magic water that gives you donkey ears in the silver mine. Right?
Yes, maybe we should ask Ursa because she already has donkey ears.
Does she still?
I don't know.
Yeah. But the more I thought about it, it's like, we got this from a dwarf. Like from a stash that was owned by a dwarf. And I know it's a stereotype, but maybe there's a connection to the mine there.
It is a stereotype.
I mean, their entire casino was themed around mining. So I don't feel as bad.
That's a fair point. Maybe next time we go there, we could check.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go pass out and work on ideas for where to set up an obstacle course for the kids. And yeah, I'll head off to bed.
Sounds good. All right. Anything for Olivia?
Nope, just attempting to take a rest.
All right. In case you can both have your long rest. And then you were thinking of setting up a like obstacle course and whatnot. But I mean, so what's the big things you want to accomplish here?
So currently I think we're waiting for word back from the Rouletta family and from the Slicers. We have a meeting already set with did I get that right? No, sorry. We have a meeting already set up with the Slicers for today or tomorrow, one of the two. And then we're waiting on word back from the Rouletta family, and we have a future meeting set up with the Roughsters. The Rowdy Ones. I always get the names mixed up. And so yeah, we're waiting to hear back. And I guess in the meantime, until it's time for our meeting with the Slicers, just trying to come up with additional ways to set up an obstacle course for the students. And so, because we had talked about them not being able to use magic, and having to disarm traps and get past certain obstacles, and possibly even some smaller creatures in there that they have to either trap or evade without using their magic, and then get and work as a group to get to the target, who's going to be the caster, to disrupt their concentration so that they can use their magic again. And so thinking of places to finding a place in the forest to set that up.
Okay.
And I don't think there was any other pressing issue that we needed to resolve. One thing I would mention to Olivia, as we're kind of scouting for a place to set up this course,
Uh-oh.
now we're the masters. But
one thing I thought of is that there is a possibility that they won't let the students work together.
Oh,
Like because kind of like how we tested them individually, maybe this asshole Grevik person will make each student do this individually.
train their individual combat abilities too, aside from teamwork.
Right. And so I think one thing we should focus on is how to get the students to really focus on their own individual strengths.
Focus on their.
Yeah, not every student is going to be like the best at magic. They can all do it a little bit, but it's like maybe you're really fast. Make sure to use your speed to your advantage, kind of thing. And I also think that it's really important for the students to know what their weaknesses are, so that they know how to avoid having them exploited.
That's true. Maybe we could make the students do one-on-one spars, and then we could like observe and teach them a little things.
Yeah. And I was also thinking it might be good to separate them so that they maybe separate them into groups of 2 at first, and then eventually separate them on their own, so that they have to learn how to basically take care of themselves. And
Yeah.
so, maybe Felix can talk to some animals in the forest so that we can keep an eye on the students without actually being there. Make them think they're alone.
That's true. And we could ask Lang. He still has the little spiders.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah, well. And this might be kind of drastic. We have months, I think, before the test, so we have time. But it might be a thing where we leave them in the forest overnight.
Yeah, we will need to talk to the parents about that, but yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them. That's fine, right? We'll just get them to sign a consent form. Like we'll send it home with the students for the parents to sign to bring back the next day.
Yes, that will work,
yeah.
I think.
I skipped a lot of school, so I am not entirely certain how schools are supposed to function. That is another thing that at least I've been making up as we go along.
Mm.
There we go. So, I know you're making it so that they were basically, you're doing the training regimen so the students can do some things without magic.
Yeah.
And break concentration.
And we were just talking about sort of having this training evolve to where the students can basically do this by themselves, just in case the test, because we don't know anything about it, just in case the test, they aren't allowed to work as a group for some reason.
Okay, so doing some individual training as well as group training.
Right, and trying to help them learn what their strengths are as well as what their weaknesses are.
Yeah. So you're going to be in a case like for brief moments of time, like they can't use magic, something goes wrong, things are meant to combat their spells, what are things that they can do? Help themselves around it.
And not right now, but in the future, after they've run this training course a few times, We're going to send home notes with the students for the parents to sign that let us put the students in the forest alone overnight.
Want to put them out with the wild animals?
Yeah. But we'll have Ling like keep spiders out there to keep an eye on them. So they think they're alone, but we're keeping an eye on them.
Nice.
So we'll send them home with some consent forms for the parents.
All right. Consent parchment.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's in the future.
Perfect. All right, so that's the general plan you have going. I know you have these meetings that you want to have with the various families that you're setting up the work for.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else specifically you're trying to do?
I do want to set up a meeting, another meeting. I think it'd be good to check in with Commander Gringen. Or that's her name, right? Something like that. Now that, because we haven't talked to her since the Myriad left.
Right. Yeah.
And so I think it'd be good to use our coded communication to set up a meeting with the commander. Yeah.
I was looking at its work simulator Thursday.
Yep.
Pretty much. All right. So we'll go ahead and do this. Just make sure. I think that Olivia and Talaska doing things here.
Can you remind me what we are trying to accomplish with the meeting with Slicers, just to let them know with the drug stuff or something?
Right. So the Slicers, they were the ones that commissioned us to get rid of the Myriad.
So yeah, okay. About, did they promise? They promised us some percentage of their profit. I think that was ages ago.
Yep. Yeah, we've met because those are the ones where we just like rolled up on their hideout day one. And they're like, that's not how things are done. Yeah. You're supposed to set up a meeting at this time in this place. And so then we did that, and we met Baron Uthrak and got the quest to take down the Myriad because they had, let's see. Yeah, it was the Slicers that had been kind of forced to take the magical drugs. They didn't want to, but they kind of had to. And so they're like, once we don't have to rely on these magical drugs anymore with the Myriad being around, then we can talk other business and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, the offer was 5% each from all the ongoing families, I think. But yeah, I think we just need to talk to them, see what they think about the current situation.
Yeah. And I'm curious to talk to the commander because we think it was either the Crown or the Myriad that was paying off the city guards to not protect our students. And now that the Myriad's gone, the guards aren't getting the additional pay. And so I'm curious how pissed they are at Parabellum for getting rid of their additional income and what if we should be worried.
Yep.
Makes sense. All right, so that was some of the various ones there. Okay, so let's take these meetings.
I didn't have anything else specific that I thought of that we needed to do.
Another workday.
Yeah, it's a workday. Workday. This is what this campaign is, and it's hilarious. Just sometimes.
I went to another world and I started a laundromat.
But I think of all those shows that I watch, it's this stuff that you see. Oh my gosh. Cool. And so, just being transparent, I'm trying to keep up too. My energy is getting low with some of this, so I'm trying to go. Okay, everyone.
I know.
Let's do cool things. This is hard, but let's do it. So just help me out is all I'm saying. So who are you meeting with first? It was like however you want to do it.
Okay. Then first meeting is I forgot already. Yes, it's the slicers to basically be like, we got rid of the myriad, you owe us. So I'll go in to the neutral territory. I'll be my slightly larger but normal looking self.
Olivia's there.
Olivia is her happy, normal self with her zombies and skeletons and such.
The zombies are they find slightly dissettling.
And did they want to meet at night?
Yeah, she's doing it at night.
So yeah, I will have on my goggles, my dark vision goggles, like they have the red lenses on. I'll just be wearing those.
All right. So for these, the neutral things can take place in the casino that is neutrally run by the Roulettas, or overseen by that. Because again, they're not supposed to have official agents there necessarily, but they make sure it runs to kind of give it a separate space from all of you. And we'll say it is after closing time that this is essentially going on, and these meetings kind of happen where like the ones you're meeting with just sort of stay when everyone else leaves. As so these are the slicers or the rough rowdies.
I will double check just to make sure. It is the slicers, Baron Uthrak.
Yes.
And maybe Flash Maggie is there. That's what I wrote down her name as.
Yep. Flash Maggie and Baron Uthrak are both there. As they essentially call everything to order here.
And the first thing I would like to try and take note of is if it looks like any of them or the people they brought with them are still on the magic drugs.
Yeah, give me a medicine check.
It is not my best check. That's a 4.
Hard to say.
Perfect. It's a good start to the meeting. But yeah, I will mirror Baron Uthrak's kind of his mannerisms. If he takes a seat, I will do in kind. If he kind of looks a bit more aggressive or on edge, I'll just mirror that. But if he's, yeah, that's my intent here.
Okay. Sounds good. They sit down. They've got their fine clothes on. They do look like they've already been through a few fights, but mended, and their little stovepipe hat as well. Oh, right. Well, Big Cheese, a Parabellum, and other various growths of dairy. How might the slicers help you today?
Well, we came with good news. The myriad problem that you've been having is, well, they're not around anymore, are they?
You're claiming credit for that, are you?
Oh, yes.
Did notice that they went rather silent rather quickly recently.
And we intend to keep it that way. That was our end of it.
That was, I have to say, didn't quite think you would do that. But all the same, you did. That's what we got, right? Flash Maggie. Yeah, that's right. It's absolutely true. Everything does point to it. Well, and our thanks to you. That's one last competitor. And things shouldn't be as vicious on the streets as it were under them. Let's see here. We're agreeing on what, 2%, right? Of everything?
And I'll kind of raise an eyebrow and look back at Livia.
It was
It
five.
was.
So
Yeah.
Olivia's just saying it.
Yeah.
Laughs. Well, all right. That's fine then. We'll make it the payments as per usual standards. Anything else? We officially recognize that you were able to rid us of Myriad. And since you had officially taken over one of the old families, you are not new yourself. So, welcome to the organizations.
Glad to be here. And now that you were able to resume operations slightly less impeded, if you ever run into more problems, I hope you think of Parabellum first as a solution.
I think that is a good possibility if we need any help. That'll work. It kind of takes their time and thinking. That'd be all right. We might, believe me, we like to take care of our own problems. That one was a bit big. And, we've been able to use your healing services quite nicely, too, for a few of the scuffs in the meantime.
Above table, I have a quick question. Has it been... Well, I guess it's a week. Has it been a week since we activated our bastions? And the reason I'm asking is because the garden that I currently have produces one healing potion at the end of that.
I don't think we've quite got into
Okay.
that.
Okay. Then I'm going to bluff. And I am going to reach into my bag and pull out the healing potion that I do have. This is not something that we made, but I'm going to say that it is. And it's like, this, well, this is purely organic. But once you see what it can do, I think your interest in our services will increase. And I will slide the healing potion across the table to Baron Uthrak. The first one is on the house.
Simple, is it? What's Maggie? It's kind of like, well, yeah, let's give it a try. All right, put it in there in case we have emergency. We'll see how you do.
And I'll kind of lean back. Unless there's further business you have, ours is concluded.
Kind of. I was more curious. How is it that you? I'm curious how you all got the myriad away. Suddenly, they're all gone. We found out that you had a meeting. What did you have to give them? What type of bedfellows did you have to become?
I'll tell you half of the truth.
All right then.
We gave them money.
Bottom out. Away, I guess. That makes sense. They must see us more of a long-term investment. The only concern that we have is we understand that a few of your people are involved in the school. Things are changing. Your magic. And believe me, it doesn't bother us none. You have your own ways of doing things. But it's for anyone who can qualify. You can understand that. But it's more on top of assistance. You give especially... You're giving out this potion here. I think it'd be good to know, at least fairly soon, as you guys are becoming more established, exactly how you're distributing things. Because if the roulettes can pay you off and get all types of equipment, little potions or bombs or whatnot, well, quite easily they could snuff any of us out. The myriad mostly just sold its drugs.
That's simple. Just buy more potions and little bombs than the roulette does.
So the arms race is what you'd have us get into.
Well, I think it's not our intentions to see anybody wiped out, per se. We'll come up with a more detailed plan, but rest assured we're not looking to just sell whoever paid the highest price all the weapons we've got and to let them wipe out entire families.
Good to know your plan. make a lot of us a bit more eased. But maybe it's a thing you can think about.
We'll keep you appraised.
Very well then. So, with that, I'll take myself and Maggie here. Make sure you get yours, and we'll see how this little potion does.
I'll just salute.
They will take their leave.
We're not looking to wipe out every family, right?
No. We're once they're gone, it's like, we're attempting to let them try to wipe each other out and then healing them so that they actually can't do it.
Oh. Oh, okay. That's evil.
I mean, are you sure? I mean, if they were going to wipe each other out, we're stopping them from doing that, right?
We're getting them better weapons and healing potions so they can have more bloodshed so we can heal what's left.
I mean, I don't know where they thought we were selling bombs from. I never intended to sell anyone bombs. I don't even know how. I mean, Cam probably knows how to make bombs. I don't know how to make bombs. The healing side of it, I never intended them to sell weapons. Just the means to patch themselves up after they use their own weapons to try and wipe each other out.
Yeah, I just hope we keep things relatively peaceful.
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of my assumption that like money greased palms, and as long as you gave the people enough money, they were happy.
That's probably true.
Yeah. Okay. Man, there's so many meetings. I'm trying to think. We should definitely come up with a plan. I mean, he was asking about distribution. I wasn't thinking about distribution. I was thinking like, if they want something, they have to come to us and buy it straight from us, instead of us like going out and trying to sell it to them.
So, like, selling. Okay, it's like selling stuff, but except we're selling. That makes sense, I think.
Because
Right?
well, like they're if they're getting into fights out there, then if they get injured, like super injured, and they don't have the means of healing themselves, then they have to come to us. Although, yeah, something like that. And if they make like a house call where we have to go to them, then they would charge them extra.
And then if they have a fight and both sides want to hire us, I guess the Baron just wants to know, right? Like, if both sides want to hire us, will we go help one of them?
Oh,
'Cause
you mean like help one side and not the other? You know what? I'm okay with healing both sides. I mean, that keeps us impartial, right?
It's like evil Red Cross. What the?
Evil Red Cross.
And so, like, yeah, if they want to pay us, I'm okay with healing them.
Okay. I think that's all right. We just need to let them know that we're not just going to, go in and help one family kill the other and
Right.
such.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. That's bad for business. And because also I was thinking, like, say one family like goes and steals all the money of the other family so that the other family can't pay in gold. Well, they don't have to pay in gold. They can pay in other things.
Oh.
Like favors or information or I don't know.
Like the
Something.
firstborns?
I don't want that.
Oh, I mean, like to go into our school, of course. Like if we had
Oh.
magic talent.
That's, I mean, that put me on a different train of thought. But what if we make them sponsor a student?
Huh?
Like a student, they pay for the student's tuition fees. Like that's how they pay us, or something like that. I don't know. It's negotiable.
Yeah, we could definitely use that money to fund our school and giving more children chances to learn magic. That's good. Make necromancy great again.
Yeah. New school slogan. What was the old one? We're canceling it out.
It's all looking fancy.
But yeah, I don't have an intention of playing favorites. You make too many enemies that way.
That makes sense. Okay, so what's our next meeting?
I know in like 2 days we have a meeting with their names are the Rowdy Ones, who we're going to try and get to protect our students, but we also have a meeting with the Commander Gringan. And she's usually more punctual than the families. And so I think we could probably meet her before the other family. And I do think it'd be good to know what's going on with the guards situation before we go and hire the Rusters. Full on, or I say the Rusters. We wiped them out. They're no longer a thing. The Rowdy Ones. Okay, so in the dead of night, we'll go and meet up with Commander Gringan.
Okay. Oh my god.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Oh. All right. So following the lamplight and finding yourself in a street very dark at night where guards have gone elsewhere in the patrols. As you know, it's a time of where you can have a certain amount of privacy. You see her make her way, and she's wearing a black cloak, and as she gets into the light, you see the left side of her face is deeply disfigured. Burn marks, severe causes of burn. Up there, her left eye hardly opens. Everything is off kilter now. She talks a little haltingly. Well, good to talk to you again. Sorry, after all the commotion.
What happened to you? Are you okay?
I'm fine. It was a little bit dangerous there. I had took it upon myself to follow Revik. And all I know is I turned the corner. I thought he had gone. And all I saw was this glowing liquid come at me. So a glowing liquid come at me. I turned. That is when I hit the side of my face and I passed out from the pain. And albeit, if not told anyone else, this. I don't have evidence. The first thing they'd say is, did you see Revik? Unfortunately, I did not. So I can't know for sure he did it, but I've kept myself clear. But he's up to something. His activities has increased immensely.
I'm so sorry that happened to you, especially when following him. Would you allow me to heal you a little bit? I don't know if that's still...
She kind of... I don't think so. I'd like to know you're still the only people, as far as anyone knows. Respawn is the only way to get attention by the level that you're talking, and if I would be implicated in being a customer of Respawn, that could cause problems.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Do you know where he was going, what he was trying to do, at least a little bit?
I do not know. He was moving through... I do know he was moving somewhat towards your school. But whether that was his destination, it was definitely towards that part of town. Or whether he was going past it, I can't know. I was able to see him torch this lawyer's office. Retired. The one whose body we took, but that's not going to stick with his special relationship with the Queen. I was hoping I need to get something a lot more damning on him. But I did have guards say that they saw him come away from the direction of your school. So he might be trying to set, or he could just be trying to sabotage.
Thank you for that information.
Yeah, thank you.
You stirred up quite the honey's bee's nest.
Oh, speaking of the school, maybe you've already noticed, but there's going to be a lot less of the Myriad's presence in the kingdom. They're gone. We took care of that.
I heard some rumors. I was wondering if you had anything to do with it.
But our concern is that now there's no one padding the pockets of certain guards, right?
This is true. And many of them now are under Ravik. This practically. Still the captain, but it seems that in my attentions to the preserve and the princess, Ravik had been gathering many loyalties.
Yeah. So, big question is Grevik still altering their patrol routes to avoid our students?
Oh, you mean? From what I can tell, they now are purposely having more of a presence, taking notes, observations.
Ah. Yeah, that's worse.
Just about everyone who I could truly trust in the ranks in the last 3 days have been transferred over to preserve duty. It seems they are only having street duty done by those who are on their side.
Oh, cool. Good to know, at least. All right. Well, if you're okay with it, I know someone who is skilled in alchemy, and if you would like, I can put in a word. It won't help with the damage, but it might relieve or mitigate some of the pain.
Honestly, if you want to help, the best thing to do would be for you all to have your students pass the test. And then possibly offer it as a gift to the king and maybe cite that you saw me.
Right.
And they might accept it, and that way it would be under an official and through the school. No
Right.
connections to your
Right.
involvement in the families.
Got it. Yeah. We can do that. Unless you had anything else that you needed us to know.
Not much. I just hope you're alright. I think. What I can tell, he's smuggling more people in through the city gate.
Oh.
Is whatever he has planned for this test, it's going to be quite a doozy.
Can't wait for the challenge. No, I have confidence. I have confidence in the students. They're awesome. They're amazing. And we're not sitting back. We're working on it.
Good. All right. And maybe if anything else, can definitely use you. Things are getting dicey. I'm afraid of things the queen might do if she's pushed too far.
Yeah. Thank you for the update, Captain Commander.
All right. So take your leave. Let's go ahead and go on a break.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I think I figured out what happened. We spent the animation budget on school wizard duels and a delayed blast fireball, and now we have to do a lot of talking. But I did have an idea.
Like the last episode of Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yeah. And something may come of it, and maybe nothing will happen. But in between these meetings, Talus is gonna. Olivia's like,
okay. Do you remember how we found? We found out that the Myriad had their secret base, like out in the woods, all hidden in a disguise bubble or whatever it was.
Yeah.
You think we should go check that out and make sure they're actually gone? Because we're kind of telling everybody they're gone without checking and making sure they're gone.
Like, they did say they would stay out of the city's business, but that doesn't mean they're moving necessarily.
Yeah. I just wondered if we should maybe go check and see if there's still activity going on.
We could, yeah.
Okay. Stealth mission. You and me. Let's go.
Nice. Oh. See, what it is, though, is this night suffers from politeness like some of the other nights. And so people miss, everyone goes, well, we can't do anything. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to, because then people will miss it.
yeah, that's a solid gist of it.
Okay, stealth mission. You and me and all the zombie and skeleton friends.
I thought you had a bag for that.
Yes, I do have a bag for
Oh,
it.
okay. That's like our ace. That's like if things go horribly wrong, we're like, surprise, we brought reinforcements.
And if things go truly wrong, we could put our bodies in there, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's so morbid.
Yeah. It won't come to that. It'll be fine. Well, I bet this would be a lot easier if you or I could disguise ourselves as animals. But that's
I know,
not
right?
something I can do. But I think it's worth taking a look at least. So
Creep over.
I was feeling that hard. I don't know if it's because like I got hit with a weird wave of tiredness, but I could not get my voice to change. So for those NPCs, I was like, "What the crap is happening?" I think I was like just something out of like my energy. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, creep on
No.
over. Yeah.
If I had to pick between Tired Matt and Coffee Matt, I think I'll pick Tired Matt. There's only two of us.
Take this man's coffee away from him, please.
Oh, no.
no.
What is that?
My coffee.
Oh,
Oh.
you got a
See.
whole box of it.
Yep, my wandering bear.
Nice.
Here we go.
That's just Ursa on there.
Yeah, just Ursa, liquid Ursa. All right. There we go. So, going through. So you get out of the gates, and by now you've got a pretty good way to get in and out of the gates. So that's not too difficult. And that was back. No, perfect. So you had the coordinates that you figured out before, where you saw it's sort of the place where you just entered into blank space. You start to move that direction. You feel like you're at least 100 or so feet away when you can see what appears to be a 1 mile diameter of trees that are not there anymore. The forest stops. You can see there are purple crystals mixed with orange that seem to be like jutting out from the land a little bit, like clusters of these crystals, very, very small, like maybe a quarter of an inch. These small clusters. And even coming up from where you are, there's what appears to be abandoned buildings, but like shells of them. And you're too far away to see precisely, but there is movement. Within. Almost like it calms down at your approach.
And sorry, I think how many buildings do we see?
I mean, there's a few.
Okay. And we see movement within one of them.
In general, there's movement in general around, like
in multiple buildings. Oh,
kind of. Yeah, or around the ground. It's not silent. You don't. It's hard to see what size, but it's just as you come around it, and you realize that it seems some stuff in there almost gets startled by you, so you can't quite see what it was, but you're still a good ways away.
Olivia would like to put up detect magic.
Okay. Then you're gonna start to get closer with that.
Try to approach stealthily if we can.
All right. Give me stealth check, please.
Yeah.
17.
13.
Okay. You begin to edge closer, and the ground isn't really soil. It's dry but blackened, as though it's been scorched. look into some cracks in it, you can see this. There's like these scorches that seem to go rather deep there as well. And now you stand there. I mean, it is as if all of nature decided just to halt here and be something else entirely.
And kind of creeping forward as quiet as we can, my goggles on, just in case I'm looking into shadows or something like that. Do any of the creatures or whatever it was we saw moving around, any of those come out of these buildings?
Give me a perception check.
12.
Okay. Don't I see that? But, Livia, as you begin putting out and trying to read the auras, the aura itself takes several very straight angles, almost putting itself into lines, equations. Give me a wisdom save.
Oh no. 16.
16. You feel as these begin to calculate, or as these begin to show themselves, your brain is almost compelled to begin to figure them out. Your brow begins to sweat, but you kind of see the deep dive and you take a step back, you snap out. It's like it's luring you in, trying to take your mind from you.
There's something strange here. I can't figure out what it's supposed to be. It's like I want to figure out what they're trying to tell me, but I think that's bad.
So you think trying to detect its thoughts is gonna be really bad?
Oh, I don't know much about detecting thoughts, but I think trying to look into this might be dangerous.
Okay, well just, I guess, get ready to put me in your bag.
And I'm gonna try and cast detect thoughts on this creature. Right now it's surface thoughts.
So wait, because you're not seeing a creature, but you're trying to get
Oh.
up so that you can then try to see if something moves.
Oh, sorry. I thought Livia saw it.
Livia saw calculations.
Oh.
So the aura takes streaks like calculations.
Okay, then yeah, I will try to maneuver so that I can see the creature proper. Or
So the creature's kind of scattered at this point. That's what I was trying to tell you.
oh. Were we able to see at least how large or small they might be, or do we not?
Not from the distance you saw them before.
Okay.
There's more movement. So you got those in the stealth. So let me get this. So we went through this. You go in the stealth, and I'd say, hiding here and just trying to observe, you can see that there is a pack of 7 that look a lot like the type of creatures that were created from Cam's experimentations, that are like going about the area almost like looting things.
Oh,
Tossing something and then like finding something and actually putting like a little satchel that they wear. They go and talking, kind of communicating in flows of syllables as well as like chattering and snapping of teeth.
Oh.
yeah, I'll kind of back away quietly as I can from that because I remember what happened when we used magic on creatures like that. It did not go well. I kind of move back.
I thought we got all of those.
Do you think the myriad was experimenting with what they saw? Like they were trying to recreate them? And when they left, they just left these here?
But, okay. We killed the Myriad operative who was there, and we killed almost everyone with the poison, and then I thought we got rid of all of the creatures made by Cam's poison. Where did they get those?
We did, but we didn't. Remember Cam talking about that one gentleman who was also from the Myriad, and he was like really interested.
Jasper.
Yes. He was really interested in the creature.
Yeah.
And with their arcane expertise, I wonder if they could have figured it out.
Oh, man. It's probably not good. But why leave them behind?
Maybe they were less useful than they expected. I have no idea. I wonder what other creature is here. Like, do you think this was just their base for experimentation with like different things?
My best guess is that this base served a myriad of functions. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's probably just one of the things that they were working on. I do think it's weird that those things got left behind, though. Maybe they were more trouble than they were worth.
But we should get rid of these, right? Because if they get back into the city, our school is going to be...
Yeah, really bad. Okay. I'm really bad at killing things without using magic.
Oh, that's right. That is difficult.
Wait. Your zombies don't use magic, right?
Nope, they don't.
And your skeletons, that's just regular arrows, right?
Yeah.
I mean, do you think you have enough zombies and skeletons that we can kill these things without magic?
We could try, but once we start to fight them, I don't know what other creature might be attracted by the sound and such.
Yeah.
Can we observe if there's any other creature around here before making a decision to, like, charge in?
Give me another round of stealth checks if you want to kind of hang out.
Okay.
I'm sure it will go much better than last time. 16.
18.
Okay. So you take your time here and you kind of wait. You see these things pick, then they seem to sense something and they scatter for a moment. And moving across the land here looks like a 10-foot section of these crystals moving across the earth, and then they rise up. Just all these tiny crystals around a roughly humanoid body. It stands about 10 feet tall. It finds one of these little clusters and slowly begins rubbing the tips of its clusters against that. Shh, shh, shh. Kind of faster. And it stomps its foot. You see this tiny cluster begin to just sort of move, almost crawl across the earth. And it goes to another small cluster, and it seems like it moves around it and then incorporates it into itself, and it's now its original cluster plus this other one it found. And it moves. And the big one starts kind of turning what passes as its head, searching for another area.
So the big one woke up a small one, and the small one went and merged with another small one?
Yeah, the small one like found a non kind of awakened piece and merged with that.
Okay.
Crystal monsters.
It's probably not good. Oh man.
From where we are, roughly how many of these non-moving smaller crystal clusters can we see to determine how big of a problem this could potentially become if it keeps...
You look, there's some that grow on edges of the buildings. There's more that grow. Like, I mean, they're in small patches everywhere.
Oh, good.
You could
Oh,
count them.
Okay.
Are we... I guess I'll just ask.
Livia, does your detect magic sense an aura on the crystals?
did it work in such a way?
You kind of had to stop looking in order for the effect not to bother you. The aura so you saw an aura from the crystals. It was that, like, those calculations.
Oh.
In the form of those calculations.
Oh.
So it is the best. Give me an Arcana check, actually.
28.
28. The best you can understand is these are what you saw was like a super honing of general magic, energy, and aura to very precise formations. That these are several probably schools or sources of magic, maybe from spells that were cast and then taken in, that were combined together and solidified. Not by a natural means, but by some type of process to create these. Almost like magical waste, but purposefully crystallized.
Wait, I think last time we heard about magical waste was when we were looking at the candy shop, and I think their sugars were mixed with a bunch of the things that would disrupt the flow of magic. Is that similar to what we see here? Is this...
This is ringing bells. This is seeming.
I think this might be bad for magic too, to ask. I'm not sure what the crystal monsters do, but like last time our students ate some of the sugar, they started doing weird stuff. So I don't know. Were they trying to figure out how to disrupt magic in general?
Yeah, man, I don't know. Oh, man.
And the little creatures that we saw that kind of resemble the ones Cam made, were those creatures eating these crystals?
Nobody in. They were like picking at them, searching. It looks
Oh,
like they'd find something that they wanted, and then they'd kind of package it. It also seems like they're looking through some of the like wreckage a little bit and finding
Mhm.
pieces that they liked.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this seems super dangerous, but I have no experience with magical material waste disposal.
I think now the major problem is that it's not disposing of them. It's like it seems they're moving on their own. So
yeah.
I don't want them to like move into the city and then maybe I don't want what happened to our students happen to our students again.
Right. Oh, man. Trying to think what to do is because on the one hand, we need to clean this up, right? We need to find a way to get rid of this so it doesn't endanger our students, the city, the kingdom. But on the other hand, there's a lot of it, right?
Yeah.
But currently, it's collecting itself. And it's a whole bunch of tiny little things right now, or one big thing later.
I think so.
So I guess my question is if we just let it be for a while, does it kind of do our job for us in getting it all in one place for us to deal with?
I think the big one is trying to wake them all up. So if we don't Stop that. We might have a lot more to deal with when we come back.
Well, a lot more moving ones. Yeah. But I was thinking, like, what if all the little moving ones then join in to become a bigger one? Until in the end, it's just one big one that we have to deal with. But then we risk the chance of it being way too much for us to deal with as one big one.
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah. But also, what if once it's one big one, we can just lure it away from the city? We don't even have to fight it or something.
But then it would just go harm some other people?
I mean, the Myriad literally left their trash for us to clean up. Like, their problem. Oh, man.
That's so mean of them. But why am I not surprised?
The other thing I really don't want is for the Queen to get a hold of this stuff for some reason.
So should we try to clean them up now?
Okay, here's what I'm thinking. We go after the big one. Because if we can take down the big one, then we have a much better chance of taking out the small ones before they get big. But if we go after the small ones first and then the big one charges in, so I think we try and take on the big one right now and see how effective we are. And if it goes south really fast, then we bail.
Okay.
Okay, because the little cam creatures, they look scared of the big one. They ran away, so I don't think they'll also attack us in the middle of the fight. Hopefully. Are you okay with this?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Well, we'll go and sneak up on the big one, and you and I can use magic, and your zombies and skeletons can do like physical melee stuff, and we'll see what's effective and what's a really bad idea. Okay.
All right, so you're trying to full on sneak up on this.
We're trying to ambush the larger crystal creature.
Yeah, give me stealth checks again.
Yay! Okay, 23.
5.
Nice.
Okay. So,
My first thought was to give you guidance, but I'm like, that would immediately defeat the purpose of us sneaking around.
okay. In that case, you are going to be able to cause this to be surprised.
Nice.
So go ahead and roll initiative.
Bum, 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 bum.
4.
Nat 20.
Nice. All right, so kind of shouting and coming up on this. So I'm going to try to take it out. Talask, you get to go first.
Quick observation. When we fought the Slaughter Demon, its name showed up above its head from the administration. Does it do it for this creature?
So you kind of, it's the same thing as you kind of look, expecting this, and things come up like you're used to, and then there's like this series of dots, and then the text turns red. Warning, Aberrant code. Warning. Aberrant code.
That's comforting, is what that is. We are fighting the aberrant code. Okay. Oh, good. All right. Okay. Everything's fine. Everything's great. We're gonna... we're gonna test out some basic magic on this creature. We'll start with the simplest. So, I guess first off, how close? I only need to be within 90 feet.
Yeah, you'd be able to set a distance here.
Okay. So from 90 feet, I'm going to reach out to the creature and try to hex it.
Okay.
And if that works, I would like to give it disadvantage on strength checks.
All right. And Hex is a first level spell?
Yes. Oh, but it says a warlock, so it's a third level spell.
It's a third level spell. Okay. That
Well,
changes
actually, yeah.
What are you doing?
Because as a warlock, I would have to do that, but as also a bard, I could do it at first level, right?
Depending on what list it's on. You can only cast Bard with Bard. You can only cast Warlock with Warlock.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Because
Then-
of those words, because of the way Gestalt is written.
Gotcha.
Like multi-class, you can do whatever you want, but in the Gestalt, they're separated into two silos of spell slots.
Okay. Then yeah, it has to be at third level.
Okay. Very good. In that case, that does matter.
We're learning things immediately. This is what we wanted, right?
All right, so you feel at once your hex happening as you release this powerful magic, the tiny crystals around begin to glow and spark, and there's a torrent of this both purple and orange energy that starts to swirl around you. And Livia, you watch Talas shrink, grow wooden and leaves
What?
as he turns into a shrub. But an awakened shrub.
What?
The shrubbery. But he successfully hexed the thing.
We just out here fucking up and finding out.
So feel free to find your thing for an awakened shrub.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think that brings us to Livia's turn. Well, we can say its turn, so it loses the surprise condition. And then Livia.
I firmly believe Palin needs to code better. And she'll dump all her undeads out of the bag of bones.
Very good.
And have her zombies head over to this crystal thing. And would their zombies be able to get to it in this turn, or is that further away?
Depends on the distance. Well, because we kind of established you guys were 90 feet away.
Okay. Yeah, so the zombies will dash towards it.
Okay.
And the skeletons will, however, attack.
All right. Fire.
Okay, so That is going to be
Yeah. The AC here is 17.
okay. So that hits as well. 6, so that's 24 plus 19. For these 3 points of non-magical, I think that's piercing.
Okay. All right, so we'll be reduced down to 21. There's a lot bounce off. Some do pierce and chip.
She herself will move towards it as well for 30 feet. But that's her turn.
Okay, got it. Then the shrubbery.
Did all of my gear go with me?
Yeah. So it transformed.
Okay.
It's incorporated into your form.
I can't do much. Am I still surrounded by all these orange and purple crystals?
Oh yeah, they're everywhere.
Okay. Yeah, I guess currently I'm just sitting here indistinguishable from a regular shrub.
Very good.
That's it.
All right. Then at this point, as it sees all of this, it sinks down and incorporates into the ground. And you don't see it after that. Olivia.
Oh. That is scary. So Livia is going to... No, but if she is going to move a little towards where it was. And hold her action to...
So how many feet?
30 feet.
Okay.
And hold her action to attack if it shows up, or if any other hostile creatures show up.
Shrubbery.
Yeah, I am going to move 20 feet forward, up behind Livia, and I don't know if I can do this or not. I have an attack action. Can I hold a grapple attempt?
Yeah.
So if the creature that I'm currently holding concentration on Hex shows up within 5 feet of me, I want to try and grapple it.
You got it. All right. In that case, Olivia, you suddenly feel yourself engulfed in a shadow as you turn around and see this thing has risen up behind you. And you can go ahead and take the held action.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's wait. If it came up behind her, is it between the two of us? Since she moved 30, I moved 20.
So only. Yeah, go. Both of you take it. Shrub attack with advantage.
Yay! So mine is a contested grapple athletics, right?
Yeah.
And it has disadvantage.
Right, so there's disadvantage on this athletics.
And mine is -4.
Exactly.
And-
17.
Oh my gosh.
I I got a -3.
Oh, no.
Oh wow, yeah, it beat you. It got an 8.
Oh no! Wait, no. Yeah,
No, go ahead.
I would. Mine wouldn't be at advantage, right?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm going to attempt to smite with the first level as well to see what happens.
Okay.
So that's a 17 to hit for 12 radiant. And to find the original damage. 11 slashing, I think it was.
Okay. All right. The radiant energy sparks off of it, seems to react with the crystals. They begin exploding. It is vulnerable. Grrr!
Ooh.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
And then it reaches its arms up and comes down, tries to come down to squash you for 24 to hit.
I can shield. No, I do not want to cast a spell. No, yeah, I would take that.
Okay. I need a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 21.
21. Okay. You feel the various crystals like bite into your skin, almost disrupting your arcane flow, but you're able to resist it and just take 16 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
That's all that it has here. So, Olivia, it's your turn.
Livia commands her zombies to move up to this guy. And I think they can probably move there because I moved 60 feet. So they will attack. I should have rolled this first. That is going to be 1 hit for 2 bludgeoning, non-magical.
Okay.
And she herself is going to take her attacks.
Nice.
Advantage, so 19 to hit for 5 slashing, and she is going to smite again.
Nice.
For 5 points of radiant.
All right, double to 10. It is cracked. It's not looking great.
Okay, second attack for 18 to hit with 5 slashing, and she is going to smite again.
Let's
Nice.
go.
10 radiant.
All right, so 20.
Oh.
All right, big burst of it. Still up.
Bonus action, she's going to command her skeletons to also attack
Nice.
the short bow.
Fire!
This is going to be I need to figure out a way to roll these faster, sorry.
Okay. Fire, you take your turns fast than just about everybody.
I was like,
Your slow is like still faster than everyone else's turn.
as someone playing Jackson, I can't ever complain about someone else taking a long turn. Especially you, who doesn't take long turns.
Exactly.
So that's 24 total piercing, non-magical.
Okay, so 10. Anything else?
Nope, that's your turn.
Okay. Delask.
Yeah, or run up. I'm trying to burrow the roots of my feet down in and wrap myself up around him as best I can to hold him in place. I'm gonna try another grapple. Oh goodness, this is bad. I got a 6
Yeah.
to try and grapple them.
Scratch. Oh, try to grapple. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It has disadvantage. That's a 22.
Oh jeez.
Oh no.
That's because my attack does 1 point of damage if I hit, and I don't. So I'm just flailing in the breeze here. That's my turn.
All right, it'll try to come down again upon Olivia. A natural 1.
Okay.
That does not work out.
I didn't grapple him, but I distracted him.
Yeah, and then it sinks into the ground.
Okay.
Oh dang it!
Mm,
So that's Livia's turn.
I don't want it to hit my new shrub friend, so I will stay on the ground and hold my action to attack when it comes up. And can my undead hold their action to attack too? Is that some?
Yeah, they
I
can
can
all.
do? Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
And to ask.
I just wanted to make sure. Are there any disturbances in the ground?
No.
Okay. Not even with my roots. I can't sense tremors in the earth.
Do you have tremor sense in that form?
I'm reaching here. I'm trying to find something. Okay, I'm holding my another grapple attempt if it shows back up within reach.
You got it. And it'll show up on the other side of Livia, away from the shrub that was trying to do something to it.
Dang it.
But the held attacks can go.
It fears me.
Okay, so with my allies within 5 feet of it still, it is going to be a nat 20.
Nice.
Let's go.
8 slashing plus I'm going to smite with a 2nd level. It's a 30 radiant.
Nice. Okay. So
Oh,
that's all coming in. What I do need at this, because all this happens at once,
Mhm.
it does get 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Then give me a con save.
Okay.
As the crystals pierce your skin.
I think Zoe gave an inspo. I'm going to try to use that.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
theory. That's a 13.
A 13 will not do it. So you take 13 bludgeoning. As they scrape on your skin, you take an additional 15 necrotic. And you gain a level of exhaustion as it disrupts the flow of code and power throughout your body.
Okay.
And with that, as you bear your power into it, it cracks and explodes. I need both of you to give me Constitution saving throws.
I'm sure awakened shrubs.
Oh, actually, wait, how do I write? No, I'm sorry, never mind. It does not explode because it doesn't explode if it's killed by radiant.
Oh.
Feel it, and the radiant damage bursts and meets the explosion. As the power matches it and defeats the broken code.
Oh.
And with that, it now sits and falls into a few shards, but inanimate. What would you like to do?
I hold up a shrub hand for a high five.
Olivia high fives with the shrub. And she is going to lay on hands on herself because she's almost dead. Do you know how to turn back? Like, is that something you can do?
I try to shape change.
You don't have access to your power now. Doesn't work.
Maybe we can find the solution from these crystals. Can't identify one of the crystals.
You want to cast Identify?
Oh no, no. I want to observe the crystals.
Okay. While you are here, you hear a voice. Aberrant code identified. Aberrant code deconstructed. Reconstructing. Aberrant code. Reconstituting. And from this, you see the silvery lines of the system. And a purple and orange wand appears on top of the corpse or the remains of this crystalline thing, and a lot of the energy of this particular creature, the hue is gone from the crystals on its body.
Olivia will try to pick up the wand and point it at the task. See if it does anything. No, I'm kidding.
You just see frantic movements from the shrubbery.
And it just says, new, unique item, spell piercing wand.
Oh shit.
Wow.
I put what it can do there for you in loot.
Hell yeah. Olivia got herself a new wand.
So, that's it? They just fixed the code? They're not going to turn you back from a shrub? Oh.
Just shh.
Should we try to find some place safe so we can figure this out? Like,
in the distance, maybe 300 feet, you can see the shadow and the form of another large formation that rises from the ground.
oh no.
Begins to try to do a similar thing with its tiny crystals. And maybe 500 feet away, you see another one rise up. What do you want to do?
I think we're leaving.
Shh.
We're sneaking away with the shrub and the zombies and skeletons back in the bag.
All right. Then I guess you're carrying the shrub.
Yeah.
So Livia, give me a stealth check.
Oh. It's an 8.
Okay. Then roll me a d12.
7.
Okay. Here. The clicking, clattering as a group of 7 of those those creatures Cam made kind of skitter, these small rodent like, almost mouse like things with glowing red eyes, little packs surround you in the shrubbery.
Neat.
Oh no.
Roll for initiative. With the shrubs stats.
Nine.
Amazing. All right. 6 go before here. All right. So you're at 21 AC right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Miss. Natural 20.
Sure.
Miss. Miss. 21 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, 15. So that's a hit and a crit. So the hit will be 3 piercing and 2 force. As those little explosions that their teeth make. The second one is 6 piercing and 8 force.
Oh no.
All right, shrub.
I swat away the nearest one, or attempt to.
Yeah.
I have a +1 to hit. 19 plus 1 is a dirty 20.
That hits.
It's hold on. It's 1d4 minus 1 slashing damage. Oh god.
Minimum 1. That's how it will always
Minimum-
work.
3 minus 1, 2 slashing damage.
Nice. You scratch it good.
That's it.
All right. Olivia.
Olivia dumps out her undead friends
Like, never mind. Go.
and they attack, I guess. So first one is a 21 to hit.
That hits. The AC is going to be 12.
Okay, so first one is going to 6 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Second one is going to be a nat 20 for 11 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Third one, 19 hit for 7 bludgeoning. Last one is going to be 7 bludgeoning as well. Bonus action, she's going to command her skeletons to also attack. It's going to be a miss. Uh, 8 piercing. 7 piercing. 6 piercing. 6 more piercing. And another miss.
Okay.
Yeah, that's her turn.
All right. After that, they slaughter 3 of them, and 4 are bloodied.
Mm,
Okay.
okay. Yeah, she'll stay there, I think.
Okay. All right. So this one goes for a miss. Tries to get you. And then we go back to these. So 3 more attacks. Is it still trying to take? It's trying to hit you. Oh, nat 20.
Okay.
A miss. And a miss. So we'll take care of the net. 4 piercing. And 6 force.
Oh
I
god.
have 1 HP left. Oh no.
You're like, holding on, and you scramble in. They're trying to help you. And shrubbery.
Okay, I just saw the one that just going to try to rip Livia's throat out. I want to try and give Livia the help action.
Okay. So you're just trying to
Yeah,
distract it.
it's like distract them or block or like
Yeah.
something.
Bow sprout, go! Poison spray.
Yeah.
All right.
I wish I had poison spray.
Olivia.
Okay, so the zombies' attacks are going to be 23 total bludgeoning.
How many hits?
4.
Right. Okay, yeah. With that, the zombies are able to rip them apart.
That's awful. I think we should go quickly.
Give me another stealth check.
I can't keep doing this. Can I cure wounds myself before doing that?
Yes. What level?
Oh. That's really bad. Oh no.
This level 1. Second level, okay. See what happens. All right. The crystals don't react this time.
Okay, that's good. And I have 7 HP. Let's see a stealth check.
Are we out of inspos in chat?
I don't see another one.
Okay.
It's in that one for 3. I
Nice.
think we're dead here.
All right.
Perfect.
I lowered the DC to 10.
Wow. We're not very stealthy here.
All right. In that case, one sec. I got to go back over here. You can out of one of the buildings, kind of opening the door very quickly. You see what looks like a individual in like black clothing. From their eyes and mouth grow some crystals. And they seem feral. And they're actually going to get higher in the same initiative order here, just for simplicity, as they leap out at you. Only for an 8 to hit.
I'm assessed.
Livia.
I think I should have also turned into a tree so they don't attack me. But it is what it is. She is going to attack, pumping 10 of her channel points into this.
Okay.
Is another one of her allies within 5 feet of this guy right now?
Yeah, you stood your undead out, so.
Okay.
Yeah, plus to last.
Oh, only a 12 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, so 7 slashing plus 10 necrotic, and I'm going to smite again because I think I'm going to be dead if I don't do this. So 7 radiant.
Okay. So this explodes. This thing falls. You're like, okay. Now you hear sounds like the whole area is beginning to understand that something not of this vein of creature is here. So, and you still have a fair way to go because you guys went in fairly deep to encounter all this. So, I will let you do. You can choose between a survival or a stealth.
Does the shrub have a proficiency any of these? Because I do not.
If it's stats are going to be objectively worse than anything you have.
Oh, I see a new spell. So I'm going to roll stealth with advantage for an 18.
Okay. So with this, you begin to go right where like they're not looking, as various forms, mutated shapes. You see even the shadows of the houses begin to move, rise up as if they're searching as you quickly make your way and soon find yourself in the hopefully safe, thick green wood.
You know what? This part is definitely off limits for our students. And why haven't you... When are you going to come back? I don't have any magic to disrupt magic. I don't know. Can I identify Talas right now to see what spell he's under, maybe, or what effect?
Certainly. Away from a good portion. I would say you probably move like at least a good 20 minutes away from this area. You even feel like the weirdness of this area fade. And you spend another 10 minutes to identify. Seems like it's under this very specifically. It's under a true polymorph.
A true.
But it will automatically revert back in now about 20 more minutes.
Oh, that's good.
In addition, you do figure out that you could also probably do it by smacking it really hard.
Oh. A zombie friend, would you mind, like...
So roll damage against the shrub.
Okay. I think that's 1d6 plus something.
How much HP the shrub has? I forget.
10.
10. Okay, the first one does 2 bludgeoning. And I guess, but I have 4 zombie friends, so...
Yeah. So we'll say 2's the thing, so they pummel you 5 times.
You just get stomped on, surrounded and curb stomped into the ground.
Slowly the twigs are breaking. It's like maximum pain possible before you get to 0, and You are your normal form. Having the mental toll of every bone in your body broken, essentially.
Don't look at me while I cry. It's fine. It's you not technically you 100% saved us back there. Oh, God.
Sorry.
No. I'll get it. Remember, I repress things. It's fine.
That doesn't make me feel better, Talas.
Okay. Well, we accomplished our mission. We found out that you're oh man. Okay. You kicked the shit out of all that stuff. That was awesome. Good job. And you got a
There's this wand. Do you want to hold on to it?
I mean, I can, but you earned that. I mean, you literally did all of the work. I couldn't do anything back there.
Yeah, but that was because of the weird thing, and the shrub was cute.
Yeah. I can hold on to it for you. But yeah, this is, oh man, that's crazy. Like, did you see the others pop up in the distance?
There were so many of them.
And there was that infected guy, right? That had crystals coming out of him. Like, did they just leave him behind when they disappeared?
That's awful.
Hold on. Did we get played?
Bye?
Like, did they fuck up an experiment and it wiped out their whole camp, and then they convinced us to pay them to do something they were already about to do? Leave?
Oh no. Now that you say it that way, I feel like that might be the case. I want to warn the people in the city not to come here, but then, like, the queen will surely send people here and she'll find this place.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We'll have Slice make sure to keep a lookout, and we can have Felix talk to some animal friends, and maybe animal friends can keep a lookout. And I think Ursa can also talk to animal friends, and we can keep a lot of lookouts to make sure that this doesn't get closer to the city. And if it does, that's a problem for another day. But now we know. Don't fight these things around the purple and orange crystals, because it'll turn you into... I mean, I probably got lucky just being coming up plant. It probably could have been a lot worse. So, yeah, we don't fight these things with magic near the crystals, and radiant damage fucks them up. We learned a lot of good things. Good job, Livia.
Yeah, good job, Talas.
Okay. I'm gonna do it right now.
And I'll open up my book. Well, first, I'm gonna, out of paranoia, I'm gonna double check the area for purple and orange crystals before I cast a spell.
You look about, you don't see any.
Okay, cool. And I'm going to cast Healing Word on Livia. And Livia is going to regain 11 HP. And then I'm going to get out my big book, and I'm going to write a quick message to Slice in the book. How do I phrase it? I'm just going to write. First, I'm going to tell him what direction away we are from the city and about how far away we are.
Okay.
And then I'm going to write post lookouts for moving purple and orange crystalline creatures in this area. Or in this direction from the city.
Okay. And it's something you write down and they receive?
And it works
Wait,
like
here.
sending.
Yeah, okay.
And then if they
So
can think,
respond. Okay.
if they think it, it shows up on the page of my book.
Okay. So on the page of the book it says, all right. I'll get ones. So who you're saying this to? Who?
Slice.
Slice. Okay. So goes. I'll contact some people who can make it through the wall, and I'll make sure that these things are watched, boss.
Just out of curiosity, where, and I don't remember if we already learned this. How close is this now mile wide contaminated area? How close is that to the sacred preserve in relation to the city?
Sure. So specifically, how many miles away from the sacred preserve? At this point, you would have to travel through the city to get to the sacred preserve.
Gotcha. Okay.
But this is 12 miles outside the city.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. And
Livia, are you okay to keep traveling back to the city?
Yeah, let's get back to our base, and I think I need a rest, but
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
And still keeping a watch out for wildlife because we're still in the forest and who knows what's out here.
Absolutely. Give me a perception check.
Oh no, 11.
Okay. So you travel back, and let's just see here. You find yourself walking as best you can, and that is when you don't quite realize too late that there's a pack of wolves. As you hear some growls, one in front of you, and then a few more
Nice. Great.
come along the sides. This will be 4 very large wolves.
4 very large wolves. And do they have us immediately surrounded, or do we see them approach?
So the first you see the one, and then the others come from the side of you. The fair perception meant they were able to get around you.
Gotcha.
They just kind of look hungrily.
Okay.
Can't do a surprise, but you might be able to do something if you want to try to do something creative too.
Let's
Take care of the
see.
situation.
Try to scare them away.
I would like to try and shape change into one of it's probably not it can't be as bad as Ursa does it, like it's terrifying, but I'll do some weird like larger bear shape as I grow and I get fur and
Okay, so you're gonna try to do a bear.
like
Okay.
but it's going to be because I still have my wings and those are also going to
Okay.
get a little bit fuzzy and I get a little bit larger to try and that's what I'm attempting to do before we have to roll initiative. is
Okay.
to see if I can just make my presence larger.
I'll give you I'll give you the intimidation because it's so kind of strange looking.
Okay.
Can I help Talask with something even more strange?
Yeah. Yes. What more strange do you want to do?
So Lupa will take her amulet and try to do a channel divinity dreadful aspect. She's standing like next to Talask and trying to make him look even scarier because her channel divinity is to make people frightened if they fail a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, then I would say task rolling intimidation with advantage.
Okay. That is a 23.
Okay. So this negative energy comes around, wings, you look almost fiercely draconic. As they kind of and they about and they disperse. With that, close enough to town, we're able to make your way back and slip in to the relative safety of the walls.
Okay, we'll head back to base.
And assuming we reach the relative safety of the base, I'll immediately go and get 2 glasses, put them on the counter, fill up the 2 glasses, slide one over to Livia.
We're gonna become alcoholics by the end of this.
All right. Then I think with a toast and a breath, we will end for tonight. We will come back next week when the animation budget increases. Everyone watching, thank you so much. And we will see you then.
Good night.